Se levanta, ya.
And
That's great.
you know what? I appreciate the lady sharing. I wish some guys would share because they're the ones always talking about females being crazy. Y mira, tú tienes todo el mundo de hombre que son locos también. Guys are crazy too.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I know there's men's out there. There's plenty of men out there that have crazy ex.
You were really paying attention, you would see that over the 7 month time that me and Brother Greatness crossed paths with each other, I absolutely owned him in every single checkbox on the list. When you're talking about on camera, when you're talking about talking, when you're talking about spitting this venom I'm spitting right now, and especially when you're talking about getting in the ring and showing that mean streak in front of the BWF faithful, as he likes to call them. The absolute Chris Cage was
People can meet and, make a friend or two, but it turns dark
Or
because
connect with people that you know.
yes, exactly. Like, you remember, I don't know
When
how
it
long ago, but
yeah, when it first
classmates.com.
dropped. Yeah. When
I
it
want to
first dropped,
say,
it had that friends and family vibe.
yes, it had that, let's reconnect with, high school.
Having someone who understands the same thing that I feel when I'm watching wrestling, I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm going to play this message.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. Eddie Guerrero was really funny, so I don't know. I think it helps it.
I would not disagree with Eddie Guerrero being funny, but that Eddie Guerrero, the singular person that you just named, being funny and hilarious.
To the ignorant people, you ain't shit for ever trying to make somebody else feel belittled or like they're not important because of their sexual orientation or the way they feel like living their lives. It's just
Yep.
it's disgusting, and you have no rights to any say over anybody's life.
Switch, but if you try to hit me, I'm gonna hit you like a fucking dude. Like,
That's
it's
right.
like,
Exactly. You see how you just made my point, man. You see? But if you get me mad, I could be gay as shit, but if you get me mad, I'm gonna hit you like a dude.
yep,
Boom.
and that's the thing. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? I'll bring it to Brooklyn. Like, come on now, like, come on. But it's like I get stuck at Louis from BWF. Louis is gay as shit, but Louis is amazing. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Louis is absolutely adorable. I love that motherfucker.
Awesome.
And yeah, and like, and he's great people. Like, and that's why it's like Louis been amazing. He people support him and
Another
everything.
inspiration. Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Just to be
there
yourself. Why
are like,
people need to know that truth? Because we've come this far. We've come this far and we want to just growing to one day, hopefully. But I mean, come on, racism is still around, and how many years has it been with that? It's
yeah,
it's
and
it's
that's the
always
thing.
been controversial, but
There
I
is so
encourage
much
everyone
stigma with
to
it.
be who they are. I have a lot of empathy for you because you only live one life, and having to cover up who you really are is you're not fulfilled.
Yeah,
And
and
I just
that's
want to say, your life, and you should
yeah,
live comfortably.
and that's the
And
problem.
I
It's
know
like
a lot of
because
people, they go to death with it. There's people that just go to
yeah,
death with it because
yeah, and
of their situation or surroundings. If I'm telling you, I refer to myself as woman, I'm a woman and I'm a her, then don't do that. And she kept doing it, and it got to the point where I really wanted to punch her in the face. So I spoke to the boss, and she got reprimanded for it. And I completely support that they do that in the workplace now.
yeah, and see, that's the thing is that people don't understand is that when we get into relationships and we're in a community and we get into those relationships with someone who's the same sex or someone who's that's the other counterpart.
I know what you mean by the thick skin because I definitely let shit roll off for me. But there is still some part deep inside me that's like, ouch, that was fucked up. And I don't care what anybody says. Everybody feels that shit. It doesn't leave physical scars, but those go away a lot easier. And from someone like myself who is very familiar with all kinds of abuse, I stand firm on that fact. Yeah, that person didn't deserve your time. Especially after, when you're suffering, they know you're already suffering PTSD, and they add to that.
Mm.
That says a lot about them.
And like I said, it could happen in the workplace. It could happen online. I think even more so now online because people hide behind their keyboards and they.
To a close. So
Yes, ma'am.
thank
It
you
was
guys
nice
for
chat.
listening. Thank you for
Yes.
being here. And I hope everybody has a happy new year.
All right. Happy New Year. And if I don't speak to
Forget to
you, well, I will
subscribe.
speak to you.
Don't forget to subscribe, BMF Goddess. May the force be with y'all. Good night.
Good night. All right. Bye.
I think that even though we're in a much more progressive society as far as how
Yeah.
women behave when it comes to sex, I still think that they're still very reserved when it comes to exploring themselves and their bodies and porn. I think
Yeah.
that should be more exercised because I mean, if you don't know yourself that well in and out, you can't expect
Hmm.
somebody else to ever learn. And a giant bottle of lube and asked me if I wanted to do it to him or just watch. Now, I have to say, first of all, normally men don't like the catheter. They say it's
Oh,
painful. So this also falls into that category.
no, and
So my wife
absolutely.
says, sorry.
No, no. As far as a catheter is concerned, I only being coming from the medical field, that is not a pleasant.
Oh, he calling you out.
Oh man, yeah, I'm on the spot right now. Oh, I'll have to say I've experienced both, so we'll have to say it's an equal amount. I
So it's
honestly, in my whole life, compared to many people that I know, I haven't had that many sexual partners, so I guess I'm not the most experienced to ask, but I've experienced browsing, but it was legitimately fascinating to see how it works. And he seemed to really enjoy it, but that was the last time we hooked up because the idea of sticking a metal rod up a man's penis made my genitals worried. So she ghosted him too.
Wow. So she was just like, I'll stick around for the show, but I'm not here for an encore.
And I have to say that the people that this happens, I am not flawless, and I'm far from being what society would say is a 10. But for me, I'm the
Exactly.
full package. Fuck you, and I don't give a shit what nobody thinks. And I mean nobody. If
Exactly.
my boyfriend was to tell me today, oh, this is and that is wrong about your body, I'm gonna tell him you can hit the road, Jack, because the next one is gonna be just fine with it.
Uh-huh. You can kick rocks.
A lot.
Goddess, I feel like you're out here giving people closure. I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I don't need it. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone.
Exactly. You get to that point. That's why I said I understand it because you do get to that point where it's just like whatever. I don't even got nothing to say. But I try to be the bigger person, or Lord, I try to be compassionate and kind of